I never heard the red grouse yap upon a windy moor, but a door goes clang in Elfinland, and I'm inside the door. I'm 40 million miles away from all the wheels that run. I'm one with winds and waterfalls and swinging to the sun. For the red grouse is a wilding bird that's mightier than the lark. He's lightning to the wary heels and drumfire in the dark. I dread no more the tarry wheels that grind the pine wood track, for the voice of God calls out of him, go back, go back, go back. The moorland is the throne of God, where iron must fade away, and there the red grouse challenges the tyrants of the day. The cars steal up the hazel dale, there's tar on every track, but the moorland blows for bugle call, go back, go back, go back. The voice of God did never wane, or shy a thing in vain. He put the grouse on purple hills to make his meaning plain. Come not too near, my reign is here, though right beyond the rack. Beware, beware, I'm width and air. Go back, go back, go back.
I'm Richard McNichol. I live in the far north of Scotland. Spent many hours and days and weeks and months on the hills. I'm a kennel club judge for pointers and setters. And yes, it's been a massive part of my life. I don't know what I'd ever think if I didn't have a kennel of dogs out the back of my house.
You can see immediately, look how they're using their nose. Immediately into the wind, and they're tasting the wind from the get-go. Quite incredible, you know.
I'm Terry Harris, passionate pointer enthusiast, all-round countryman I think would be the description for myself. Good lad, Drum. Good boy. Up. That's a good lad.
My name's Jed Hunston. I work for BASC. Prior to coming to BASC, I was a grouse keeper for a long time. So I mean that's the environment that I've sort of spent most of my working career in. So there's a bit of nostalgia crept in today, I think.
Okay, Glenn, we're off.
Get on.
Pointers and setters are the oldest of all gun dogs. They were long before retrievers and spaniels and all the rest. They go way back. And most of the early days before guns were invented and everything like that, they used the dogs to point, and then they would flush the game and throw a net over them.
These dogs, these breeds have been going for centuries really.
Yeah, come on. Keep on marching forward. Come on, Pino. Come on.
Certainly in the far north of Scotland, people would come from way down the south, the old aristocrats and everything, and they would bring their dogs up to the sporting estates. But then as things progressed, big kennels of setters and pointers were established in these sporting estates. They always shot over pointers and setters. There was never, hardly ever, any driven grouse shooting in Caithness and Sutherland.
We go back around and then you get up around the top side of her. As you just stay down this side of her. Don't get too close yet.
Now it's really like a niche area within the sort of working dog world. All the sort of big traditional kennels they used to have years and years ago on the estates, they've all gone now, so you've just got a small group of enthusiasts, if you like, that are keeping all these traditions and these breeds, going.
There we go.
Up onto that wee ridge there, and yeah.
We always try and work the dog with us working into the wind, and the dog works at right angles to the wind, and that way it gets the majority of the scent.
I'll just have a cast over here to the right.
When we set the dogs off, we always cast them off at 90 degrees to the wind. They've been trained to turn to the whistle. They will then quarter away in front of you. If they go too far, we give them the turn whistle.
Here, out.
Luck's with you, you get a point. We then walk to the dog when the guns are in position, either side of us.
Who's coming round the right and one gun in here, please?
We give the dog a command to go in.
Get on, get on.
The dog will then rode in, drop to the flush of of the birds. The guns will then take their shots. Hup! The dog's job is over.
Right out here, 12 o'clock from me, that's where it landed. That bird's in tremendous condition, fit as a fiddle. What a weight's in it. Beautiful specimen, congratulations.
I think it's, for me and for certain people, it is the idyllic way to spend a day out in the grouse moors shooting over dogs.
For the first time I saw two dogs running together. You know, the lead dog was on point, the other one comes in and backs it. I mean, that was just amazing.
It's almost like being in control of a wild animal.
Just an amazing place to be. Could have just watched the dogs work and not shot, to be honest with you. It was truly unbelievable, yeah.
It's not just about shooting grouse. You've got to really appreciate these supreme athletes. It's 95% the dog, 5% the handler.
First and foremost, they must be out and out passionate hunting dogs. They must have pace and style, above all, biddable and really good temperament.
You know, this has not happened overnight. This has taken years to get, you know, the dogs to that point where they can cover the ground that they cover. It just shows you how well they are designed for this particular environment, for this particular role. I mean, you've seen the ground that we were going over today, but when you actually see the dogs in full flight, for me, it looks like they're actually running on perfectly flat ground. They just seem to glide across.
That's what they were bred to do, and to see them doing it well is just a joy. You could take them again now and they would do it all over again. Yeah, they love it.
A lot of people think it's from the past, but that's far from the truth. You know, it fits perfectly into modern day management. There might be areas on the moor where you've got a small density of grouse. You haven't got a surplus there where you can go in and actually drive that ground, but you may need to go in there and manage the older stock that's in there. The old birds will rise first from the cover, so you can be selective in that way. When you're going in the summer, you're then looking at how your breeding success has panned out. Have you got a sustainable harvest to take off the moor? So they're invaluable for that because they can pick up game from vast distances and the whole game. And obviously then you can flush the cover, get a count on how many young and old birds you've got within the cover. So that's one way it ties in with the modern day structure of upland management.
Today we've got two ponies with us carrying the panniers, which is an old tradition. Going way back to Victorian times where the ponies carried the lunches out. Any other kit that the guns needed. You know, come lunchtime, you retrieve the panniers with the shot grouse, take them all back to the larder. It's a great way to do it, and I think a lot nicer than using the machine and noise. And very traditional, very quiet, very relaxed. I mean, this is the sort of landscape that they evolved in. They're very, very sure-footed on difficult ground. You can take them in places so rocky you wouldn't get the argycat in, but the pony can pick its way through the rocks. There's not many places they can't go.
Working with dogs today that are sort of like the top of the game. Same with the handlers, you know, they're really well respected within the point and setter world. So from that aspect, you know, we couldn't ask for more.
Never seen anything like it. They're just so elegant in the way they go over the ground and how still they are. They almost turn into stone when they go on point. They just freeze and then they just don't move. They really know their jobs and they're so clever, so clever. They just know. I think it's just ingrained in them.
Their natural instinct was to point, not to do anything else. It was a huge, vast area that we had to cover. You know, it's just the dogs range so far. You covered a lot of area in a very short time.
From an heritage point of view, it's really important that we keep this alive, keep these breeds going and this form of shooting going, because if we lose it, we'll never get it back.
In the point and setter world, there'll be very few people that would class themselves, if any, that are a professional handler.
We've got a small group of enthusiasts now that are keeping this sport alive, and I think that's one of the the main reasons why BASC wanted to do this film. If we can get people interested from this film, get more people involved, then obviously, you know, for the future of pointers and setters, that's going to be fantastic.
It's just a joy to watch, and I've watched it for 40 years. I still enjoy every day.